Okay, Shalom is real. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rahak, Wadash. That by honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect. And hey, this is something that I was going into yesterday, or that we were going into at camp yesterday, going into Esau and his RFID chip, and why you shouldn't take it, because you're literally allowing him to be your power. All right, and that's what got our people effed up in the first place. All right, which goes to show you that you have to learn your lesson now before it's too late. Okay, and not only that, but the scriptures say, which we always grabbing, we're gonna keep grabbing it. Revelations 13. Actually, I'm gonna just jump straight to the point. 14 and 9. All right, because that's the mark of the beast, the RFID chip. All right, it's the mark of Satan, the mark of the beast, however you want to put it. All right, it's the mark that you shouldn't take, which is the RFID chip. As a matter of fact, the brother Qadar Shapat and other brothers, they did a video on you had the so-called the rapper Kid Buu, in which he had put the microchip in his hand. All right, but now he's taking it out because he was saying how he looked at a bunch of videos on 5G. All right, how people said how dangerous it was, man. And that 5G is used, all right, so that you basically can be connected to the Internet of Things, and your chip, all right, could be utilized that much better. All right, because they even said how 5G is stronger, is faster. Okay. And even in like the movie Transcendence, which I want to talk about in a little bit as well too. They will even, how Esau does is as even the scriptures say, man. I'm kind of all over the place, but I'm just speaking through the spirit. So this is Revelations 13 and 14, and it says, "And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast." Now in the movie Transcendence, which Transcendence, okay, it says Dr. Will Castor, the world's foremost authority on artificial intelligence, is conducting highly controversial experiments to create a sentient machine. When extremists tried to kill the doctor, all right, in which they actually did kill him, all right, because they knew the dangers of basically implementing AI would do. They inadvertently it is conducting highly controversial experiments to create a sentient machine. When extremists try to kill the doctor, they inadvertently become the catalyst for him to succeed. Will's wife Evelyn and his best friend Max can only watch as his thirst for knowledge evolves to an omnipresent quest for power. Because in this movie, his wife and his best friend actually was able to upload his consciousness, all right, and into the internet, And at first, they thought it was the wife, because she was grieving over her dead husband. She was happy. She was able to still hear his voice. All right. But she didn't realize the sinister plan that he had, which is basically to take over the world. All right, by chipping everybody. Not chipping everybody, but by chipping everybody, really. And the way he actually did it was he created this some type of warehouse, or they created some type of warehouse to where they would heal people, people that were blind, or that was had some type of ailment to them, trying to be as the Lord. But they didn't realize that it was a sinister plan behind it, because as he was healing them, I believe they didn't actually show it, But they said it. As he was healing the people, he actually was able to, I guess, put some type of chip in their brain to where he was able to turn on and off their consciousness to basically make them as his robots, as his army. And then afterwards, his wife wasn't with it, and they ended up implanting a virus in the internet to kill him. So it says they inadvertently become the catalyst for him to succeed. Will's wife Evelyn and his best friend Max can only watch as his thirst for knowledge evolves to an omnipresent quest for power, and his loved ones soon realize that it may be impossible to stop him. Alright, and I highly, advise brothers to watch this movie, man. There's a lot of edification in it, and I'm sure I can guarantee you can get a couple of videos out of this movie. But going into the scripture as we just read, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, because that's how he deceived people, man. But like, you had people that were blind from birth, that he not only healed them, he actually made them stronger, man. They were able to lift crazy heavy objects like 800 things that were like 1,000 pounds. All right, but inadvertently, he's making them his slaves, man. He was able, like I said, to go into their consciousness and have them to do whatever he wanted. Okay? Which had power to do in the sight of the beast, sent to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the womb by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right, so that's Esau's MO. Get it, get that. At first, he sells it to you as if it's some type of benefit to your life. But if you're conscious, if you're on point, he's gonna be like, you know what? You better take this chip, or I'm gonna kill you, basically. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Okay? And Esau basically wants to make you his product. All right? Because what? Every product which is owned by the elites thereof, the ones that own this place, has a barcode on it to where it can be tracked, all right, and to where basically it's theirs. It proves that it's their ownership, man, because they have a barcode. That's their mark. All right, and that's what Esau wants to do to you, man. He wants to put a RFID chip in you so that you can be it proves that you're his, man. You're part of his inventory. You're part of his stock. All right, like the scriptures say, there's the stock of Abraham. All right, you basically the stock of Esau, man. So that's why it's very important for you not to take the chip. All right, because it has sinister motives behind it, man. And we telling this to Jake out of love, man. But Jake, Jake gonna scoff until they take the chip and realize it was a bad idea. And this is Revelations 14:9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. So the Most High gonna give you something strong to drink, which is a missile. All right, and without mixture, basically meaning it has no mercy, man. When you drink, like some moonshine or something, it come right up on you, man. That's how the missile's gonna come. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they had no rest day no night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever received the mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and faith of Yahweh Shai. You know? So if you take that chip, the Lord is going to destroy you, man, without remedy. And that's why it's important not to take it. All right? Now, I want to go into another show, which that Transcendence was a movie, but this is a show, you know, also, you know, further proving the point how life is going to be once that chip is implemented and Esau's sinister plan behind it. Now it says Altered Carbon, which is, you know, brothers could check it out. It's on Netflix. It says more than 300 years in the future, society has been transformed by new technology, leading to human bodies being interchangeable and death no longer being permanent. Now that should say something right there, you know, because like as even Job said, when you die, you know, actually I'm gonna just grab it, because death is actually a good thing, especially under the hand of Esau, the wicked. Job chapter 3 verse 20. Wherefore is light given to him that is in misery, and life unto the bitter soul. And as it says in Proverbs 29:2, when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn. Okay? So this is a bitter soul for everybody, man. That's why people are overweight, because they're eating, because they're unhappy. That's why people smoke cigarettes, because they're unhappy. You know? That's why people commit suicide, because they're unhappy. Under the wicked. People are in debt because of the wicked. People pay taxes, work hard, just for 75% of their check to be gone because of the wicked. Which long for death, but it cometh not, and dig for it more than for hid treasures, which rejoice exceedingly and are glad when they can find the grave. You know? Actually, I should have started at, which that was good too, but I should have started at 17. All right, because it talks about Job was actually, you know, he was catching hell, and he's basically wishing he was never born into this life. All right, so it says, there the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary be at rest. There the prisoners rest together, they hear not the voice of the oppressor. And this is a place where we are super oppressed, man. You know, chemtrails in the sky. All right, fluoride in the water, concrete on the ground. You know, we giving these cars to where it messes up the earth. All right, Esau's Esau is at his deforestation, you know, like crazy. They take away the GMO foods and they give you organic food. They take away organic food, Salakia, and they give you GMO foods, and they actually charge you more, all right, for the organic, so-called organic foods, man. All right. So point being is that death, you know, to get away from the oppressor is actually a good thing in this place, man. All right. The scriptures also say, Ecclesiastes 3:1, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven, a time to be born and a time to die. All right. And that's just a righteous balance, man. There's a time to die. But you see, under Esau and him being able to control your consciousness, him being able to harness your consciousness, you'll never die. He'll continue to have you as a slave. More than 300 years in the future, society has been transformed by new technology, leading to human bodies being interchangeable and death no longer being permanent. And what happens with death? All right, your body goes down to the grave and your spirit goes back up into the Heavenly Father. Okay? The scriptures even say that, man. Okay, so, and then the Lord, you know, he authorizes you to come back on the earth, man. But Esau, he wants to have that power. That's why the scripture say he sitteth in the temple of God, saying that he is God. All right, in the book of Thessalonians. So it says, in death no longer being permanent, Takeshi Kovacs is the only surviving soldier of a group of elite interstellar warriors who were defeated in an uprising against the New World Order. You know, going into Revelations 12 and 12, going into as we just read, Revelations 13 and 16. No, it was 14. That they should be killed that worship not the image. All right. Who were defeated in the uprising against the New World Order. His mind was imprisoned for centuries. All right. Your mind harnesses his spirit. His mind was imprisoned for centuries. That's fucked up. You know? And if you think that Esau can't do this, you just look at, you got certain guys that they go to court and they get sentenced like a triple life sentence. So even when you die, it's like you coming back. That's how Esau wanted, man. He want to give you a sentence for centuries, man. All right, no mercy. All right, what's going to show you that the Lord is not with us, because the Lord is a God is a merciful power, man. His mind was in prison for centuries until impossibly wealthy businessman Lawrence Bancroft offers him the chance to live again. Kovacs will have to do something for Bancroft, though, if he wants to be resurrected. Okay, so your soul is like what's the word I'm looking for? Your soul is owned by the so-called white man if you take that chip, man. Your spirit is owned by the so-called white man if you take that chip. Okay? But us of the hopeful elect, this is how we think, man. Psalms 69. 68, actually. And 20, it says, He that is our God is the God of salvation. And unto God, the Lord, belongeth the issues of death. All right? So to the Lord belongeth the issues of death. The Lord said what? I kill. Is that Deuteronomy 32, 39, I think? See now that I, even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. For I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever. If I whet my glittering sword and my hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemies and reward them that hate me. Okay? So it's Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. He's the omnipotent. He's the power that controls spirits, man. All right? Even Yahushua said what? Fear not men. He said, and fear, Matthew 10:28, and fear not them which kill the body, but am not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Okay? So that's the Lord's portion, man. That's the Lord's job, man. That's the Lord. That's what makes the Lord the omnipotent power, man, because he has that power. All right, over this world and the next. But Esau wants that power, man. That's why the scriptures say in Job that the light of the wicked shall be put out. The Lord has to come, man. You see why we out there crying and we praying to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to come back? Because, hey, man, you can't stay here much longer. The scriptures say, if the days be not shortened, no flesh shall be saved. Job 18. And 18:5. The light of the the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. So the Lord is going to put Esau's plans to rest. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. Because as long as Esau is on the planet, nobody's safe. The other planets is not even safe, because Esau's, looking to nuke the moon and set up shop on Mars. All right, which is not going to happen. The scriptures say he is as death and cannot be satisfied. All right. The scriptures say in Psalms 49, his inward thoughts is that his house shall continue forever. And it reads, when you read down, but you know what? Hey, man, the Spirit's telling me to just grab it. Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Esau even calling these other planets after their own names, man, after their own, after these Grecians and stuff like that. Thinking that they own the universe. All right. Nevertheless, man being in honor and abideth not, he is like the beasts that perish. This their ways, their folly, yet their posterity approve their sayings. Salah. Like sheep they are laid in a grave, death shall feed on them. All right. And who's the author of death? Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And the upright shall have dominion over them in the morning, and their beauty shall consume in the grave from their dwelling. But God will redeem my soul from the power of the grave, for he shall receive me. You see? So it's all about Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. He's the God of this world, man. That's why, he's got to take this man out. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has to take this man out. Okay? So now when you read Job 18:5, what was that? 18:5, it says, yeah, the light of the wicked shall be put out. And we see how, man. All right? And his replacement, as it says in Sirach 10:4, I think. All right? Just grab that. It says the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord. And in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. All right? And in the kingdom, because we were the ones that's given, the ways how to run this earth so that it can be ran efficiently. The Lord didn't say anything about fracking. He didn't say anything about deforestation. He actually told us to, leave a land alone for a little while, man. The Lord is all about balance, man. He told us to be the same way. All right. It says, yeah, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. The steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his counsel shall cast him down. For he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare. So Esau, he's going to make his move as far as trying to implement the chip. All right. And the Lord wants that, man. Because the Lord has a trap for him. How he likes to set traps, the Lord is going to set a trap for him. And what's that trap? That trap is Yahweh Shai. All right. He's coming, all right, with a multitude of angels to destroy Esau in the Middle East, as well as save the elect of Israel. The jinn shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. And Yahweh Shai is that robber, man. Like it says in Obadiah, if a thief, shall rob a house, shall he leave any grapes or something to that extent? Yahweh Shai said he stomped with the wine press alone, man. So Yahweh Shai is that thief. The snare is laid up for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. Terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. Okay? And when you look into that, even when you watch the movies like Transcendence, because that's the only one I can think of right now, which I'm sure, brothers, I know brother Tazawar, he was saying how there's another movie called Selfless. You have surrogates, which I haven't really watched those movies, but the one I could remember off top is transcendence, man. And just in that movie alone, they show you, you know, that it didn't work out well for that AI, man, for the AI intelligence, man. You know, his strength shall be hunger bidden, and destruction shall be ready at his side. It shall devour the strength of his skin. Even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. You know, so how about Shimmy Shah? This is his, man. You know, and he's gonna come back and remind you just that. Hey, so with that, shalom to the elect.